Okay, do forgive the clutter in this room. This is one of my shoe rooms. My wife and daughter don't have to tolerate this nonsense. We've got a huge amount here. These are the new items that have arrived recently in the last sort of month or so. I've been planning to do more works on the car in the coming lockdown. We will get another lockdown, I know that. The business will be closed. So like the last lockdown, I'll be working like fury on the car in the street. What have we got in here? This is a brand new rear shock absorber. There are 4 of those. We've got another 3 here. Just put that back in the box. Try and keep it in some sort of order. But what have we? I've got the springs somewhere. These I've got 2 more. I've gone for Munro. I'm trying to keep the car as original as possible. They originally factory fitted Munro or I believe Boge. And I've chosen the Monros, and let's have a look. This is one of the ones for the front, and it'd be nice to have the car running and sitting perfectly as it was intended by the factory. Quite frankly, what have we got here? What else have we got here? Let's just put some of these out of the way. There we go. Let's just let it fall on the curtains. It won't do any harm. What have we got here? Rather large. I can't remember what I've got. It must be springs. It must be springs. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you devil. That's one of the road springs for the front. There is another one in there, and the shock absorbers run straight through the centre of that. Let's just. I'm sure you can imagine, but we'll do it anyway. So that runs straight through, and that nut there goes up into the inside of the inner wheel arch. You can see that top inside the engine bay. So quite looking forward to having these fitted. It's a big job to compress those springs, but I do have a coil spring press, but it's enormously long, and you have to get the car, because I'm going to be doing this job in the street, you have to get the car so high off the pavement. It's quite ridiculous, and you jack the front up so high, the tailpipes are pretty much scraping on the pavement, but that's just the way it's got to be. Here we go. I can't even remember what I've bought. More high temperature enamel paint in silver. That's to actually repaint the brake calipers, because we're going to be removing the brake calipers and totally strip. Let's have a look. I think this is the rebuild kit. Let's just see. I've got that much. Yes, it is. It's got various springs, clips, seals. You name it. So the brake calipers are going to get totally dismantled. They're going to get painted with high temperature paint and then reassembled. And this is for the brake pads. These are brand new springs to hold the brake pads in, and new pins. And I'll put copper grease on the pins, and there's new springs as well. So they're going to be completely brand new. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Can't remember. Oh yes, that's the rear. It's a flexi hose. There's only one. Goes from the pipe, the high pressure fluid pipe underneath the floor. And this works up sort of through into the back axle and to the rear calipers. But the calipers are very close together inboard, so it only needs one flexi hose. The whole suspension, it's an independent suspension, so the whole suspension cage can move about. So obviously it needs a flexi. It's not like it's attached to the wheels and it bends left and right like the front ones. And this one, it goes from it's fixed to the floor, and the suspension cage can move a little bit. So yeah, it's a brand new flexi hose there. I don't know how long. I have all the paperwork for the car, but I've not been through it to see when they were last changed. What else have we got here? I've got 2 litres of high performance brake fluid. I've no idea how much brake fluid the car will actually take. I really don't know. I just guessed. What's this? What is this? Oh yes, these are bleed. For the calipers, they're the actual bleed nipples. They're different size if you look very closely, and these are quite considerably longer. I think the short ones are for the front, and the longer ones for the rear calipers. So along with the total strip, the calipers are going to be having new bleed nipples. I've got an easy bleed. I've ordered it, but it hasn't arrived. An easy bleed system. What else have we got here? What could this be? I can't remember what is in these boxes, to be honest. I bought that much. I just can't remember. Let's have a look. Oh. Come on. Oh, how silly. It's a flexi hose, and that's for the front. Goes from the because it moves with the wheel. Obviously, one side is attached to the actual brake caliper, which is attached to the wheel hub, and the other side obviously is fixed into the fixed brake lines. So obviously the wheel moves about. These things can crack, and I'm not going to take any chances. There's one. Let's just pop that back in, and there's another identical. We've got left and right. Let's have a look. Here's there's 25 feet of copper tubing here. This is I'm going to fabricate the brake pipes from front to rear, brand new, and I've bought a little tiny tool to help me bend the pipe. I've probably already got one of these actually, but I bought a brand new one anyway. So yeah, I've definitely got one of these. It's black, so that'll help me to sort of fold the pipes without bending and creasing anything. A little tiny cutter. I've probably got 10 of these already anyway, but never mind. But what I don't have, let's get this out. I think